Component Development for Sustainable Evolution. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 679.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and non-profit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of One Community's Weekly Progress Update. My name is Jay and this is our March 23rd, 2026 edition. And today I want to talk about component development for sustainable evolution. And the component development aspect is everything that you see happening in the background of this video. This is what we are creating open source tools, tutorials, resources, and do-it-yourself instructions for, to be able to replicate everything that you see happening in the background of this video anywhere in the world without interacting with us. Our goal is to open source it so comprehensively that, like Wikipedia, you can just access the information, get the information that you need, and you'll be able to access, video tutorials, written tutorials, downloadable PDFs, and of course all the website content, and we'll be answering all the questions related to all that as we do construction and go through the process and build our expertise in this area, and then start working with other organizations around the world using our plans. We will answer their questions on the website to continue to evolve that and improve that as the ultimate go-to resource for sustainable development. The sustainable evolution process and component development for sustainable evolution is because we are creating all of this to create one community and maintain one community as a teacher demonstration community, growing to a village, growing to a city, and maintaining as a hub. So a teacher demonstration community, village, city, and then hub designed to teach other people how to create teacher demonstration communities, villages, cities, and hubs as well. And then with a plan and the strategy and already the infrastructure in place to be able to work in collaboration and cooperation as a global cooperative, working with other organizations willing to open source and free share their adaptations, modifications, and hopefully evolutions of what it is that we're doing as alternative versions of what we're doing that other people will be able to access and use as well. And so the goal is to create a suite of sustainable infrastructure, do-it-yourself, tools, tutorials, resources, plans, and then to use that to provide that to the world for free, and then to work with other organizations that are willing to use those plans and not only use them because they don't have to interact with us to do that, but are willing to open source their versions, their adaptations, their modifications, their changes to those plans so that there's other versions of those, and to work in conjunction with those organizations to create more and more open source tools, tutorials, resources, to grow that suite of plans and options for people so that there is a constantly increasing and broader diversity of options for people to access and to be able to implement. And so the component development for sustainable evolution is about that. It's like, how do we create what it is that we've designed, which we think is the most economical and sustainable version, created with consciousness to the best of our ability for the highest good of all people in life on this planet, and then work with other organizations and promote the organizations that are willing to open source and use our everything we're doing. We're creating it as templates for replication. So we're not just open sourcing the infrastructure. I haven't mentioned this yet in this video, but I always talk about, there's the physical foundations of sustainability, and there's the emotional foundations of sustainability that we're designing. Physical are food, energy, and housing. Everybody's familiar with that. And then we talk about the emotional foundations, which we like to call and have identified as highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. As part of the stewardship part, we are open sourcing our complete open source process. So we're not just open sourcing the food, the energy, the housing, the fulfilled living, the education, the economics, and all this. We are open sourcing our actual open source process, and we're building the infrastructure to make it easy for other people to follow our templates, to use our process to open source their own projects that are building on what it is that we've created. So now, once we have finalized plans for the Earthbag Village, have all been published and constructed, and all the videos and everything are out there, and somebody else wants to build a different version of the Earthbag Village, our videos and everything would still apply, but here's another set of plans. Like, say you want to build it this way, and now you can compare those two plans, and here's two permitted set of plans that you can look at. Maybe you want to do some, merging of those two plans or something completely different. And if you're willing to open source share your completely different version to the degree and the quality that we're doing, just like somebody creating a Wikipedia page, if it meets Wikipedia standards, then it becomes another Wikipedia page. Well, if it meets our standards, then it becomes another open source option for sustainability. And in so doing, we are creating the components necessary for sustainable evolution, and simultaneously, as part of all this whole process, and we've already done this for so many different areas, we are identifying the most sustainable companies, the most sustainable products, and all the different, the most sustainable approaches to, things that are aspects of daily living, like shaving and toothpaste and you name it, And so we have to sort this stuff out for ourselves. We want to sort this stuff out for ourselves. And so as we're doing the research and we're putting, teams of engineers on this kind of stuff, and like I said, we've already done this for urinals, toilets, faucets, shower heads, hand dryers, paint, primer, adhesives, flooring, insulation, and several other areas, light bulbs. As we do this for each of these different areas, looking at not only the products but the best companies out there, then we're sharing that information with the world, and we put teams of engineers to answer this. So we're truly doing objective, independent research, and we have no connection to any of these companies. We're not interested in connection to these. We open source our whole process for doing this, and we've been contacted by at least a couple companies that are like, hey, we want to talk to you. Like, you don't need to talk to us. Like, look at how we're evaluating, and change your forward facing. In the case of the one I'm thinking of, they were rated very, very low in one of the categories, and I just said, look at how we've made it very transparent how we evaluated all these different companies. So if you'd like to improve your ranking with us, improve your forward-facing, sustainability efforts, like, share it. We've shared exactly how we evaluate companies. Do better, and show us that you've done better, and we will re-look at what's going on with you. And so we're doing this in all these different categories as, sustainable evolution, to evolve the whole sustainability industry and to draw more and more attention to what the most sustainable companies are out there and why the most sustainable products would be something that people would want to use over alternatives. Like what is the return on investment? How quickly will it pay for itself? Or why might you want to spend more on this because, the benefits for you as an individual and your family and friends and the people that you care about and the planet. And so this is our idea for component development for sustainable evolution. And we are an all-volunteer organization doing this. We are a non-governmental organization. We're a non-profit organization. I'm a volunteer, not paid for what it is that I'm doing here. I've been doing this full-time now for over 15 years. This is my passion. This is my legacy. And this is how, one community is where I want to spend the rest of my days creating change, because it's designed specifically to meet the 6 human needs better than I think any other living model out there. And if you want to see what the 6 human needs are, Google 6 human needs, one community, and you can read about that. But it's really about creating a fulfilled life. It's really about creating a maximally enriched life, and specifically, maximizing the richness over the riches of life. And so this is what one community is about. It's about creating a uniquely meaningful life experience that anybody can replicate for themselves and modify and adapt to meet their own needs and their own passions, their own desires, because it's built on this foundation, and we're creating the step-by-step instructions for how to do that. And so that won't require us. And we think this is a powerful engine for change. This is about a grassroots movement of sustainability, evolution, and moving humanity towards and becoming a sustainable civilization. So if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to help us out, visit our helping page. You can see all the different ways to do that. It includes how to donate. If you'd like to donate to us, we definitely appreciate that. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We know you have lots that you can do with your time. I'm so grateful that you're watching this video. Thank you so much. If you'd like to geek out on this stuff, subscribe, like us, comment on our videos. We appreciate that. But if you'd like to subscribe to our newsletter, visit our website, and you can subscribe there. You'll get a weekly dose of positivity in your inbox. 1 email a week is what we send out. Includes a link to this video, as well as a link to our written blog, which is where you can see exactly what our all-volunteer team has done for last week. People say, oh, well, your updates don't include what you're doing. Yeah, it's not interesting enough for a video like this. That's what our blog is for. Go to our blog. You can see exactly what every single member of our volunteer team has done in the last week. You can visit our website if you'd like to see all the open source content. Of course, we are on all the different social media networks, so please join us there. Whatever your favorite social media network is, we are on it. LinkedIn, Facebook, Tumblr, Reddit, Pinterest, Instagram, you name it. We're on all the different social media networks. Help us share our information. Help us get the information out there. And if you'd like to see bullet points on all the major components of our project and what these components that we're developing are for sustainable evolution, stick around for another couple of minutes, and you will also help our algorithm. So with that said, this is what we're up to for component development for sustainable evolution. And thanks for watching the end. Until next week, we will, of course, keep on. Keep it on. Thank you.
The one community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.